9 months later, and it's time for me to give you an update on my Paintable. I have not progressed, I have not finished, and I have quit. It ended up being way too expensive for me. Right now it's $45. I was paying $35, and that just is a lot for someone who lives at the level that I live at right now. I can't afford to continue it. So about 4 or 5 months in, it just became an excess. I had gone back to work after maternity leave because I thought, oh, maternity leave, I'll learn how to draw. I had no plan in place. So then when I actually went back to work, all of my dreams started to die again because work is a soul-sucking place that's awful. And if you don't have systems in place to keep yourself motivated on your dreams, they will burn to ash. I do think Paintable is good for beginners. I really do. I enjoyed it. I like David's style. I kind of like the way that he teaches. The problem is I really also lost momentum when I started to get into the advanced level badges. He has this, well, he did have, I don't know if he still does. It was a class called Advanced Coloring Techniques, and I was actually really dying to take it because grayscale is not my favorite at all. I do like to learn value in things, but I also really wanted to learn this Advanced Coloring Techniques. He didn't have it, and it was something that had not been worked on for probably about like a year to even put in place. I mean, it just wasn't there. People had been asking for a year. It wasn't showing up. There was this empty badge. So even if I tried to keep going, I would have just been missing a badge. And I don't know about you, but my neurotic brain was like, hey, but I wanted to collect them all. Why can't I collect them all now? So it was just another kind of hit to my momentum. And I just really started to slide downhill from there. Some other things that I think David does do well on is just teaching you how to sketch organically. That's the one thing that I remember really well from this class. And so if you can go back and think 9 months ago and actually remember what skills you actually took from a course, then I would say it's pretty successful. The thing that I think that David lacks a little bit is the technical side of drawing, of forms and techniques, and kind of getting across volume. And maybe he is trying to just make it easier for beginners and stuff to kind of just jump in. But after taking some other classes, I joined 21 and Draw because it's $59 a year, and that's way more affordable for me right now. And I feel like I can manage that better than Paintable. But here's the thing, I'm learning more of like the technical art side, the forms, the gesture drawings, the volume, and I really like learning that technical side, as well as learning to get a likeness and sketch a portrait and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I think it's lacking a little bit. Will I ever go back to Paintable? I actually think I will. I like learning art so much that I think it's not just for until I learn how to do it right type of thing. I actually really did enjoy Paintable, and I think when it is more cost effective for me and my situation to actually do this, I will happily jump back in. They've got a Discord, they have different resources, different brush packs. Of course, I'm using Krita, so a lot of that stuff I couldn't really use and was kind of just distracting to my journey. But anyway, I actually really did like it. I think it's great. I think David is a great teacher. It's definitely a pretty website. His work is probably really paying off because there's free resources, and then there's just that different types of wonderful displayed information that kind of sucks you into Digital Academy. Anyway, 9 months later, this is what I came to, was basically not so much, and I'm having to maybe restart learning my art stuff again. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.